little update video kind of thing. Don't really know what to call it. Apologise for the lighting in here. It's just one of those things where the webcam can't pick up anything of any real use. And also apologise for the sort of facial foliage going on. Haven't had a shave in a couple of days. It's been quite hectic. So, let's get into what I actually wanted to talk about in this video, and mainly it's to do with stuff for a new series, but there are of course a few other things that I'd like to talk about. Before we get to talking about stuff for the new series, there's a couple more things that I want to try and go over before we get into that. But don't worry, I'm going to try and keep this relatively short, so just let my voice... And you notice that I'm not actually just doing my voice this time. I decided to fuck it, just do it. I don't look quite so much like Def warmed up. I look kind of like a hobo warmed up this time, so that's always fun. So anyway, I digress. I keep doing that. I have to keep stopping myself. When I say I'm going to keep this short, what I actually mean is I'm going to record for like 25 minutes and then cut it down to being short. That's the general kind of plan overall. So... upload times. Basically, when I first started doing YouTube, I did uploads at 1:30 and I think it was 7 o'clock. Now, I changed that because of just general optimum uploading times, and I'm just wondering what your guys' opinions would be as to if I was to go back to doing it in the similar kind of way. So we had a lunchtime upload and an evening upload, the same kind of way that the evening upload would be around about the same time as now. Now, I'm just curious as to what you'd think about that kind of option, or whether I should just keep on doing what I'm doing now. I'm just trying to think of ways I can spread it out a little bit more. That's sort of my only real... theory on that one. I don't know. It's something that came to me the other day and I just thought, why not ask you guys? You guys would know better than me. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be kind of curious to know what you have to say about that. With the completion of my Red Star save, which has been massively fun, I've really enjoyed doing it over the last sort of, 4 or 5 months, which has been amazing. We now have to choose a new series, and I'm at a sort of point where I don't know what to do. I've got a couple of ideas that are sort of floating around in my head, but I'm really not certain on any of them. There's a couple of things I know I don't want to do, but that is literally a very small amount of things, really, when you think about it. So I'm putting this out there just to see if you guys have got any ideas, and when I say ideas, I don't mean, like... No, actually I do. I mean, just about anything, really. Drop anything in. As long as it's not things like, you know, manage a Premier League team. Something that isn't going to be mindlessly boring, basically. But frankly, I'm open to just about any ideas you could throw at me, but, I know I'm going to say that and then immediately go, well, not this, that, and this, but you know what I mean, like. So a Pentagon challenge for me wouldn't be that interesting, not because I wouldn't want to do it, but because it would clash too much and be very similar to my Outcast to Icon save, so it'd be a bit pointless for me doing that. So perhaps not that. But if you've got anything else, do feel free to drop it in the comments, and I'll be genuinely interested to see what you guys have to say. If you've got any sort of really innovative ideas or just something that you'd really like to see that's a little bit different, then please do let me know. I apologise if you can hear Facebook noises going up in the background. That's just yet another one of those things I've forgotten to do. So yeah, I do have a couple of ideas for saves. Now, I'm going to run you by them now. This is not me saying I'm going to do them, this is just me giving ideas out there. So, one of which was, I know a lot of you guys wanted to, I heard a lot of suggestions about doing MLS saves. Now, I said before that I didn't want to do one until I knew what I was doing with it, because I didn't want to learn why. I didn't want to learn by doing it as a save on YouTube, because you're asking for trouble doing that. I barely know what I'm talking about at the best of times, let alone if I'm doing something I know nothing about. You can imagine how that would go down. So, I've been playing a Seattle Sounders save briefly offline, but I've not done much on it yet, and I haven't had a chance to really do much on it. So, I had another idea. There's a database you can download on the internet. Off of FMscout, which is generally where I get most of my databases from. Not because of any preference, just because it's convenient for me, and they have a lot more stuff than most other sites I've found. That's reconstructed the American League database to make it basically a relegation and promotion system, basically. It doesn't work when you first download it. I actually had to go into the editor and change some stuff about it to make it actually work and verify all the rules and stuff. And I got it working earlier today while I was doing some tests, and it does look quite cool. So we could start in like a 5th tier, or maybe 4th tier, because they're amateur teams otherwise, in the American leagues with a really sort of small club, and maybe do something like that and take them to the top and win the, well, not the MLS, but what they've called the American Super League. It'd be something a little bit different, I don't know. Other options, what else have we got? There's a team in Italy called Provercelli. You may have heard me talk about them briefly when I was looking at Sleeping Giants saves. I didn't choose them in the end just because I didn't think they kind of fit the same bill. So what I was thinking is maybe doing a save with a team that were a big side, but I'm not talking about like a little while ago. I'm talking like turn of the century a while ago, like or 1920s. Like a team that used to be absolutely fantastic on the top of their game, but have since just completely disappeared off the face of the map. That's just... yeah, just another idea. Another thing is, for next year's rebuilding series for FM16, I'm strongly leaning towards doing Parma. I think that would be a fun one. You know, they're in a horrible situation at the moment, so I think that would be quite a good one to do. There's a few other... Leova wouldn't be a too bad one, but I'd like to maybe do something outside the UK. It's just another theory of mine. The other save idea that I've come up with so far, there's a few... Again, this is just stuff I'm sort of almost spitballing here. But yeah, I'll just let me know what you think, and of course drop anything else in the comments. I'd be very curious to see what you have to say. I don't know if you guys know much about, there's a non-league team called Dulwich Hamlet, or Dulwich, it's Dulwich I think, a London team, and basically, I don't know that much about them, but I remember watching a short little documentary by Copper90, which is a brilliant channel by the way, on them. Basically, they get like crowds of 1,500 people for like, I don't even know what league they're playing. I think it's either maybe 8th or 9th tier of the English leagues, and that is insane. But not only that, but they do an awful lot for like LGBT rights and like, anti-racism, anti-sexism, anti-homophobia, all of this kind of stuff. And it's fantastic, and not just like wearing rainbow laces. They do real activist work for them, and I think they might be quite an interesting club to do a save with as well. Maybe take them all the way to the top. Who knows? So yeah, that's another idea. I really don't know. If you've got any ideas, please do feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'll be interested to chat to you guys about that. Last thing I wanted to talk about, and this is kind of a bit of a niche thing that I've just been thinking about doing for a little while. I get questions every now and then about just not how to start a YouTube channel. Everyone knows that, it's really simple, but how you can kind of get that little boost when you first start off, I suppose. Like, I'm not pretending to be someone that knows what they're talking about specifically on that, but my point is, I guess I must have done something right at some point, is all I can really say about that. So, I was thinking about maybe doing a one-off video where I could just walk through some of the simple things that you can do when you start off a YouTube channel to maybe just give yourself that little bit of a boost, from things like where to get good logos, intros, stock sound effects, microphone tips, things like that, software stuff, the way I do things. I don't know, if you'd be interested in seeing something like that, please do let me know, because I'd be happy to do it. It might take a little while to put together, because it would be quite in-depth, and wouldn't just be a case of me talking over the top of something. It would be cutting backwards and forwards, and, little things from, like, you might notice when I record these videos, my mic doesn't sound as good as it does on my standard playthrough stuff, and that's because I use effects on my mic, but it won't let me do that with a webcam. So, yeah, if you've got any opinions on that, let me know as well. Okay, we're closing in on the 10-minute mark now. Well, for my recording, obviously, probably about 5 or 6, hopefully, if I've cut it down by enough. So yeah, just let me know. Also, we're at sort of, this isn't really a milestone, but we're at like 6,250 subscribers, which is amazing. So all of you that have joined since 6,000, seriously, thank you. And thank you to everyone else as well that's been here for a little while. I've got lots of cool things coming up, hopefully very soon, so stay tuned is all I can say. So, thanks for watching, guys. I look forward to speaking to you about stuff in the comments. Tomorrow's video, I think, for the next couple of days until we can sort something out, I'm going to try my hardest to double up Outcaster icons, but it's difficult because it does genuinely take the transfer window episode I recorded earlier today, 2.5 hours of just getting to the point of recording it. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.